Sorry, I forgot how fast that transition is. It didn't occur to me that would have it at the speed of sound. But yeah, hello. Hopefully this is visible. This is just some Mechwarrior 5. I have an appointment I'm waiting for, and I was gonna play this, and I figured why not stream? It'll be good practice because I'm trying to practice my streaming, make it better. So yeah, this is a pretty, I don't know if I'd say too far, but this is kind of an old campaign. We're at 30-35 already. Because I wanted to see what we can unlock. We're doing like a little light mech mission, raising some money, raising some funds. And before you ask, all the mechs I have are supposed to be based on Dragon Ball Z characters. That one is Tien, I believe. Some of them my friend made. I can't remember what I was doing with the Cyclops. We do have Gokus somewhere. And some of them are in storage too, so it's really... That one definitely isn't. There has to be at least one of the Dragon Ball Z ones. I'm actually really confused right now. Did I put them all in cold storage? Okay, we have a Stalker Goku or Z team, so that's probably the best you're gonna get here. That one's a hero mech. I don't think I changed that one. Is it this Vulcan? Yeah, that's like a cell paint scheme. So anyways, we're gonna ignore that. We're just gonna keep trucking along like that never happened. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be a super eventful stream, but it'll be good practice as I'm trying to revamp my public image. I'm trying to get better at streaming, trying to get better at making YouTube content. We're gonna have some BattleTech memes coming to the channel. I'm sure people are exuberant for that.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Destroying the Mercs' industrial infrastructure will destabilize
Oh god,
opposition's grip on this
my
region.
frames.
Some
Come back.
benefactors are willing to spend a great deal
I've had a...
to see done. Once you've found the targeted asset, move up to it and we'll
Okay, I'm a little rusty.
procedure.
I was like mentally just thinking of all the controls there might be. My OBS install has been corrupted for like maybe a year now, and I still don't really know why, but I also kind of don't want to change it. Also, having a Raven is kind of cool because now I have ECM. I've never played Mechwarrior 5 with ECM. So, if anyone has any questions about this game, literally random things, Stone Shard, be happy to answer. We're on the Stone Shard vacation. I'm avoiding that series, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, trying to think if there's anything really worth talking about. Got an appointment with someone later. It's fun to have stuff to do in your life. You're not just kind of sitting around idly waiting for something to happen. That's a huge improvement. Other than that, I don't really know what to say. The Gates of Hell videos have been doing really well lately, but so have the Stone Shard videos. I just really have nothing to... I forgot I have a claw. I just have really nothing to do with Stone Shard. Is that thing off? Is it actually off? Oh! What was Blood doing? There we go. They got my leg really bad, though. Oh, these are turned off. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely gonna want it. A little sneak attack. Then run. Get him, guys. Please. Please help. Please. I don't know if this is a new mission type. I've never seen them deactivated like that. I think at this point I can take them myself. I feel like as soon as I start streaming, my mind empties, so I'm just trying to think of like stuff to talk about. But I guess part of it is I'm hesitant to talk about stuff that I just feel like I don't have the depth of complexity to discuss. I'm about to actually get cored and die, so I really need these guys to pick up the slack here. We might actually lose the assassin here. That'd make me pretty sad. Yeah, so there's this game out now called Powell World that I was thinking about getting, maybe streaming. But it's like you know, everyone calls it Pokemon with guns, but it's basically Ark Survival with Pokemon. But Pokemon with guns is not a super unfair assessment either. I can't believe I'm this close to death. Wasn't one of my components, was it? Oh, someone's losing components. It's just lost revenue.
You completely destroyed this area. Great work. Let's get to the evac point now before more reinforcements arrive.
What does this still have?
Target is now priority. Have you forgotten whose side you are on?
Punching your little leg. Did I die? Great start. You know what this game really needs is the ability to tell your mechs to shoot certain components. I mean, the AI just kind of sucks in general, but that would be really helpful.
Target neutralized.
Hey, it didn't break the Raven, though. I call that a massive success. So yeah, in the background I've been working with someone, so that's occupied a lot of my time, but I think that's finally settling in. And then I was working on a Gates of Hell tutorial, which I know isn't Stone Shard content, but same genre, you know, hardcore survival games. Huge. A broken Phoenix Hawk. What else could I want? I believe I was talking about Pal World. Yeah, I don't know if controversial is the right word. It's just basically people arguing on Twitter, which is the natural state of Twitter, of course. So it's not really that surprising or anything. Let's see what these are. It's definitely tempting to get. I didn't know like they would like build stuff, because you can make your little. They're called pals instead of like Pokemon or Digimon or whatever. They're all called pals, which I'm surprised no one has thought of before, because it's a pretty convenient name. Normally when you have like rip-off games, it'll be something kind of odd, like Temtem. I don't know if they're called Temmies or Tems, but pal is pretty memorable. It's something the normal person would say. Sweet. Nothing broken, just the torso. It's what we call a successful operation. Repair, 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 and repair. And these two can probably just get sold. I don't think I even care to really strip them for parts. Sort by value ascending. I legitimately loathe that there's no way to actually tell which mech is which without just, you know, clicking on them and figuring it out. Phoenix Hawk. That'll give us 1 million. And it was the Shadowhawk, right? This broken Shadowhawk is worth more than my some of my regular mechs, I guess, fully repaired. Okay, that'll get us at least a little ahead in terms of economy. And usually some of these I put in storage, but honestly I haven't been playing for very long, so I've kind of forgotten which is which. This is supposed to be Napa, I think. That one I don't think has any rhyme or reason. Yeah. Another thing, I adjusted my mic settings. So hopefully those are coming in nice and crispy, you know, much better now. Huge improvement, I'm sure. I don't know if there's much else to be said. I think one thing that's been on my mind recently a lot is it seems like there's an upwards trend in games being released unfinished, and I've seen a lot of people talk about that, but I think that's always been a thing. But I think people usually didn't get praise for that. I think it's shifted in a direction where people get praise for releasing games unfinished, and I think that's why people notice it more. So like, I could bring off a few examples off the top of my head, but like Ready or Not would be one to me. Like that game is just completely broken right now. People need to mod it to play it. There's other ones. I mean, I don't know if I want to include Stone Shard in the mix because it's so niche and maybe not really a great example. I want more art missiles. Art. Art. They sell SSRM 4s or no? What this? This is Mechwarrior. This is a tale of space and big robots in space. Truly, has there ever been anything so compelling on this oit? Been trying to do a like a mission objective for a long time around here, but I'm just not finding it. Hey, there's a planet called Primus. I love that band. I mean, we need to keep doing missions in this sector, so let's see what we got. Ugh. But yeah, Tuesday's stream, or next Tuesday, I don't know what game I want to do at this point. I was like, I should be doing Stone Shard. But I kind of just think I'm on vacation from Stone Shard right now. I'm on vacation from the video game, which is a healthy mentality to have. Let's see on Black Market. Ugh, Black Market. Narcs. I like Narcs. We'll buy them. RM10 STs plus art. I meant to sell a bunch of stuff in that last sector, but I didn't. Assault katanas. Superchargers. I have those. Can everyone? Can everyone run superchargers? I can't remember. Someone commented on my brewery quest video today, which was interesting. They were they said you need to get the plane for the carpenter Jurg in Osbrook in order to get the brewery like background, like his background on the old brewer or whatever. Can't remember that guy's Dewar or whatever. The guy who died. But I don't actually think that's true. What a Duchy of Enduri. I don't want to do this mission. That mission sucks. Is that really the only one? Oh, I got scammed. Okay, need a bit of time. So, there's just stuff about Stone Shard where, like, I legitimately need to go on, like, the Reddit, I guess, I don't know, the Discord, and ask stuff. And I've seen instances where people will ask stuff in the Discord and it really just doesn't get answered. I'm not like holding that against the Discord, like this is why the Discord's bad. I'm just saying it does happen. So there are cases where I legitimately just don't know I don't know what you're actually supposed to do. Or I guess supposed to do is subjective because it is, of course. Is this still getting refitted? Or can I use it? I want to use this. This is my newest, like, toy or whatever. I souped this out. Look at that cool camo scheme. You know it's a cool mech when it looks like that. Let's just get a contract. As much money as we can. As much salvage as we can. This should be relatively easy. Let's see what I can take. Can I take it? Looks like yes. I thought the weather conditions are hellstorm. I hate when that happens. When I'm in the hellstorm sector. It's over tonnage. 35, 35, the Raven's 35? I actually forgot that. Just go with a Javelin then. If you have any questions about the game or what I'm doing, feel free. But yeah, like I said, I'm just streaming for an hour here. This is meant to be... Okay. This is meant to be just a quick, I guess, practice stream. I don't really know what I'm doing here. But, Yeah. We definitely need to rebuild the channel. Or my channel. I say we because that's a good tip I learned. Always address your audience as we, because then they feel investment with you as a brand. So if I say like we need to do better on this channel, they'll be like, oh, it's probably us. It's not. It's not his channel and his thing. By the way, these weapon groups are actually atrocious. That is like the worst way these could have been mapped. I think IMO, IMHO, for real on jaw. The LRMs can just be in the same thing. Streaks can be 3, I guess. The LBX-10 should just be 1. These can stay. I guess it's not atrocious. I've had some really bad ones in this game. Like, I've had ones where it'll be like a heavy rifle, which is a big cannon, and something else, and they'll be the exact same weapon group, so it's just almost unusable. What's the LBX's range? 600? Okay, so basically, I bought this weapon called the LBXs. I bought a weapon called an LBX. I've used it in Mechwarrior Online, but never in this game. But it's essentially a shotgun. So yeah, it seems to work pretty well. Oh, that guy claimed the kill. We're getting flamed. This game is so fun, but I honestly, I hope all the bad sides of this game are addressed in the sequel, Mechwarrior 6 or whatever the clan game they're making. When I say clan game, there's an in-universe faction called the Clans. Let's make that perfectly clear here before we proceed. My face when I can't speak. Haha, got him. Yeah, seeing as I have an abundance of free time as I do job hunting and other things, I definitely want to get into a rhythm of making videos. But I had these like 2 BattleTech meme videos. I honestly might just put them through my friends. I feel like I have like some sort of blinders when it comes to memes. I can never tell if what I'm thinking about making is a truly good idea or not. Okay, so it can hit at 600, but the spread is really intense. Oh my goodness, that did so much to him. Die! Commander's kill. Oh.
Thanks for the assist, Commander. Why don't we stick around and help out?
Ah, no! Yeah, so some of my missiles are lock-on. The long-range missiles are lock-on. You need to have a lock for them to hit.
You might be protected in that mech, but most of my people are not. Watch your fire.
We're supposed to be defending this base, and I just stepped on a wall or a house or something, and he's like, "Stop that! I'm paying you to protect this." I made a soy jack face. Can't prove it, but just trust me, I know. That dude did a he did a flip. One thing I'd be interested to see for this game is, in this game there's like ammo slots, so like it'll be like, oh, LBX 10 ammo, and then that'll take up a slot in your mech, but as long as it's not destroyed, you actually get it back at the end of every mission. I'd be interested to see a mode where you actually have to buy the ammo and manage that as part of the game. Because I think it's usually just simplified to like, you have a pack of ammo. That comes from the board game. It would be really annoying to just have to count. Well, no, people do. But I just mean generally speaking, to like have to count every single round or whatever is in a pack and how much you use and that kind of stuff. But yeah, the series is cool. It's really fun to get into. I like painting the models for this. Well, sorry, I want to start painting again. That's why I put up my little question of the day as bait. Any of you paint models? Any of you play Warhammer? I love Warhammer. Look at all this money we got. We got literally 1 million bajillion space bucks. Also, we still didn't get the thing we're looking for. I'm pretty pleased with that mech. That was fun. Lopez. So yeah, whenever I've thought about making a video that's just about BattleTech, I find I get really lost in the sauce. I think that's a huge problem I have, generally speaking. But like, I wanted to make a video like, why are people going from Warhammer to this BattleTech thing, and what is it? You know, something like that. I really don't want either of these missions. Yeah, let's just do it. I don't even care.
The mission area is under
I didn't
heavy
even check
weather
if my
warning.
stuff was fixed.
It's going to
Like,
visibility and sensors.
I'm a bit of a silly Billy. It's the exact same weight limit. So what's the smallest mech I have right now? Okay, I don't have any of my fleas out. Just don't even remember what I have. If I went with the dragon or something, that would give me more tonnage for my teammates, because there's a limit on how big the mechs can be, and then you start getting penalized if you go over it. Mech chassis. Oh! I didn't even know this is a thing. Okay, so we have... What? Wait, what order are these in? Mech chassis. Assassin, Blackjack, Blackjack, Catapult, Centurion. Okay, it's alphabetical. Didn't look that way for a second. I might not be able to read. Guys, I can't read. Sorry to tell you this. I didn't want this to be how you found out of my horrible illiteracy. I could put a narc in the Kentaro and play the lore accurate. I don't really want to play any of these right now, to be honest. Could play this. This one's fun. No, it's not. We're not doing that. Yeah, let's just stick with the Orion. This is the only one I really want to play right now. Especially because it's like new. Is board gaming more popular now than it was 5 years ago? Okay, I didn't typo that. I didn't spell check at all. I don't know if I've ever seen snow anymore. What time is it? Okay, I got about half an hour. Ugh. Yeah, yeah, this is gonna be boring as hell, honestly. Sorry. I just wanted to get an hour, because it's like, I've been consciously trying to do better while streaming. But then that leads the question of, how the hell do you do better at streaming? Okay? First step. Titties. That's number one. Number two, sensor bar. Number three, dancing / hot tubs. And unfortunately, I'm incapable of that. I'm also incapable of English. I feel like, has anyone else noticed that tactical is applied to pretty much everything? Like if it has a gun in it, it's a tactical game now. When did that start? Is that like an old thing or a new thing? Like, I understand if you want to say Ready or Not's a tactical shooter, stuff like that. But I've seen it applied to games like Counter-Strike, which I get, and then you see Rainbow Six Siege. I'm like, I'm not even sure if Rainbow Six is tactical anymore. Just stream better, you boob. Alright, I'm closing my eyes. Just focus with me. We're gonna focus our energies into a better live streaming experience. Yeah, I just kind of despise the direction that military shooters have gone in the past few years, to be quite honest with you. Like, it's basically a military aesthetic, and then they try and turn it into, like, Fortnite. That's what happened with Call of Duty, which, not that I had high hopes for COD, but it's also happened with, in my opinion, like, Rainbow Six Siege and stuff. I guess that's just part of the Battle Pass meta, really. But, and then, like, with Counter-Strike, they have the agents. I feel like people don't bring it up because they don't want to acknowledge it, but Counter-Strike ended up doing the same thing in CSGO. There's no escaping it. You could be the most popular shooter in the world, and you have to just destroy any semblance of realism to be like, ooh, look at this cool skin. Maybe not realism, but I guess the word I'm looking for is like authenticity. Like, I don't think Counter-Strike was ever super realistic, but when you have, you know, GSG-9 going against these like terrorists, it's like, okay, this is like a real thing. It's based on real life. But when you have the like fake terror, well, yeah, what's it called? Phoenix Group, the terrorists with the mask from the original Counter-Strike. When you have them getting like this whole lore and they have like operators, it just looks like an action movie. See, now the problem is now I'm questioning myself. I'm too much of like a I don't want to be I don't want to be misleading people. I'm too like not kind-hearted, but I worried too much about that because I was gonna say the original Counter-Strike kind of just is an action movie. Like all the guns they put in Counter-Strike are just action movie guns from the 90s. You know, like the Desert Eagle, the MP5, stuff like that. AK-47s are just well known in general. Yeah, now I'm talking. I don't know what the frog. We don't cuss here. I don't know what the frog I'm talking about though. If you'll pardon my French. What else? Steam Deck versus Switch. This has been top of my mind. I don't know if any of you own a Steam Deck. I bought one. Some stuff happened last year, but I got a bonus. It was a whole job thing. They ended up handing it to me. It didn't go over too well, but I got the bonus. I bought a Steam Deck with it, and I love that thing. And I always get super confused because when people talk about Steam Decks, like on Twitter or like, I guess YouTube comments, that's not a reputable source of information, but still. I don't understand, it feels like they've either never owned it or they just don't understand what a Steam Deck is for. A Steam Deck is for really pretentious Linux user Reddit mod types. No, but in all seriousness, a Steam Deck is just meant to basically be a little laptop that can run a lot of games and do it pretty well, and it's pretty convenient. And if you want to plug it into a TV or whatever, you have the option. Steam Deck is you have the option. That's the console. You have the option. If you're not interested in having the options and you just want it to kind of just work, like in that situation, the Switch, I guess, would be superior. But people talk about stuff like battery life. And when I see people talk about battery life on the Switch as opposed to the Steam Deck, they'll be like, yeah, for long car rides. A Switch is for long car rides. Because you're not the type of person that's driving a car. You're probably like a 15-year-old playing Pokemon or what have you. Or maybe someone who likes to be in the passenger seat on road trips. A Steam Deck is like, I'm going on a flight, you know, like a business trip. I can bring my Steam Deck and it's basically a laptop with joysticks. That's the plus side. So I love the plus sides, but I've just always found it funny because when Switch fans attack the Steam Deck, I feel like they never attack the worst parts of it. Probably one of the worst parts of the Steam Deck is genuinely the community. And I guess when I say the community, I mean the Reddit. But I've heard that there are certain Reddit mods that will completely change the vibe of like a subreddit. I don't know if that's what happened in Steam Deck, but dude, they they have a culture there where people post a picture like, I just got this Steam Deck, I love it. And they'll be like, another post. Another guy who loves his Steam Deck. And I understand if you get spammed with those kinds of posts, it gets really annoying. But there's been solutions for that. I'm pretty sure you could like make mega threads for it or flare it and then just hide the flares. But like people there like hate that. And yeah, they're very pretentious. So if you get a Switch, Nintendo fans can be crazy, but at least they'll be like, oh, you got a Switch? That's cool. Steam Deck fans, not so much. It's like, this guy's gonna talk about how he doesn't want to use his PC anymore. What a noob. What a noob, Zor. That's probably the worst part of owning a Steam Deck, is you're hanging out with pretentious Linux nerds. But I love that thing. My Nintendo Switch, I don't want to say I hate it, but if it wasn't for the fact that I have a pre-patched Nintendo Switch and I can hack it, I would have gotten rid of it. And I just get frustrated because I feel like on the Nintendo side of things, they like morph reality. At least on social media to match whatever Nintendo does. Because I think the Switch has some really big selling features or like strong suits. But the graphics are not one of them. When people talk about the Switch graphics in a positive light, I have nothing but confusion. My experience on the Steam Deck blows it out of the water. But furthermore, I had constant frame drops with mine. Maybe mine was defective and that's why, but I had constant frame drops. The graphics obviously weren't like awful, but I also had issues with like Nintendo started selling indie games, and those, for me, a lot of them would perform worse on the Switch than PC or even just other consoles. I understand the Switch didn't have as much processing power as like a PlayStation 5 or something, but I'm talking about like, I used to play the game The Messenger a lot on the Switch, and it would suffer like FPS issues. And that's not to say like, oh, Switch is so weak it can't even handle the Messenger. I just mean the hardware was never, it was never particularly something I was fond of. It was just like, hey, I get to play games on the go and it works. That was why I liked the Switch. But arguably, you can say the PSP does the same thing. That's like another thing I could go in on if I wanted to be a little bit of a silly Billy. People said like the Switch revolutionized handheld gaming because you could play full console games in your pocket. And I never owned one of these. But I mean, PS Vitas and PSPs existed. They just completely ignore the fact that PS Vita and the PSP existed. Now, Nintendo handhelds predate Sony's consoles. I understand that. I'm not refuting that. When they talk about playing like a full game on handheld, the PlayStation, I'm gonna go with the PSP. I didn't own either of them, but I've had friends who owned them, and when I looked at them, that's just a full game. They had joysticks. You could play like God of War. It was a full game. So having a Switch is like Rick and Morty. So having a Switch is like liking Rick and Morty and then hanging out with the fan base. I was actually saying the Steam. Actually, that's actually a good point. If I make a video, I'm stealing that. Having a Steam Deck is like liking Rick and Morty and then having to go interact with the fan base. That's what it's like if you have a Steam Deck and you go to the Steam Deck subreddit. And some of the people there are really cool. Just to be clear, there are people that push back against it. They go like, "Hey, stop being elitist. It's not helping anyone." You also don't have to think the Steam Deck is God's gift to Earth either. I just think it is because I just think it. Sorry, I need to work on my voice. If I talk like this, do you think I'd be more popular? I don't think it's God's gift to mankind. I don't think it's God's gift. But for me, it's super helpful because sometimes I take trips to visit my grandmother, help her fix. I don't know. It's weird. I help her with chores and tasks around the house or whatever sometimes, and I stay with her. I don't have access to my PC, but of course I really like PC gaming. It's like one of my favorite things. And through the Steam Deck, I'm able to do that. I don't want to... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is emotionally manipulative to say, but like, I'm not attaching this to the Steam Deck, like, thanks to the Steam Deck, this and that, because people do that a lot. But like, when one of my relatives was really sick with cancer, and I was staying to visit for that, I would have a Steam Deck and I could do my stuff. So I really appreciated it for that, and I think I do have like a bit of a bond with it. But I think a lot of people take that and they'll be like, when my mother died, I had a GameCube and I played it. The GameCube is like the greatest console. It's like, that doesn't necessarily reflect on the console. That reflects on your experience with the console. I'm just saying that the Steam Deck, for me, provided something that the other consoles didn't. And I'm honestly very skeptical if the Asus and Logitech competitors will do the same experience, because I don't know if you guys want to talk about something else. And by guys, I mean Shade and Core. Thank you for tolerating this. I don't want to fight Merrick, dude. Oh god. Sorry. So one of the things about Steam Deck 2, like I said, it's like, if you like having the options, if you like tinkering, it's really good. But one thing that's super fun is, this is like a baby conflict zone. So there's like reputation ratings. I'm probably on like a 9 to 10 or something right now. 5 to 7. Yeah, I'm just like on a higher, is it 8 to 9? 6 to 8. Okay, yeah. I think I'm on a 9 to 10, truthfully. Or maybe 6 to 8. I hate House Davian. All my homies hate House Davian. But there was stuff like, I got Star Sector working on my Steam Deck, and it was a little jank, but so like on Steam you can make presets for games, and on Steam you can make presets for games like control schemes. I think a lot of people on PC don't use it for like obvious reasons. Some people in VR use it for on the PC version of Steam. You know what I mean, sorry. But when I got Star Sector running on my Steam Deck, I added it as a non-Steam game, and I looked at the control schemes, and sure enough, holy shit, It's not a Steam game, but someone had made a Steam Deck control scheme for the game themselves and posted it, and I was able to find it and download it like really easily. So this is a game that's not even like Steam's, that technically in a really roundabout way has native support on the Steam Deck. Not because of Valve, because a fan did it. That's what makes it fun. So if you could get the Steam like kind of software, the console like software on the Rogue Ally or whatever, those other handheld PC console things, in that case, I would say they're a pretty compelling argument. But generally, they tend to be more expensive, and if they don't have access to the Steam Deck features, to me, there's just really no point. Personally, I'm also a bit of a Valve fanboy. Valve is probably the only company I would fanboy over. I've genuine faith that they'll try and, generally speaking, do things with the community, I guess, or like with the community's interests in mind. Whereas like companies like Nintendo, it's really a dice roll. Sometimes Nintendo honestly isn't that bad. Like people give them a lot of crap, but a lot of the time I think Nintendo they just kind of coast. I think I think Nintendo sort of coasts and their community lets them do it. I'm gonna boost my gain here. I'm gonna speak like this for the rest of the stream. We're not gonna, no more yelling. The other thing I've been thinking about is I've been playing this VR game, and I kind of wanted to stream that, or maybe even just record it and upload it on my channel. I'm not sure. But the thing is that if I record in VR, I can't use my normal mic like this. I'd either have to use the Oculus headset as a mic, or I don't know, do something, attach it to my body. I have no clue. I don't have a lav mic, which is like a pin-up mic, you know, that reporters use. This quest is actually Independence versus wait. No, is Periphery Realm its own faction? I can't remember. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I don't want to do that. I like the Periphery. They're one of my favorite groups of factions. Their shield. Please. Please let me find the parts. What is the tonnage limit? 145. We're gonna have to actually make a mech probably for this mission. By make, I mean, you know, kit something out. Oh, I guess I could show you. This is the that's the Krillin mech. It's perfect. I'm just gonna take out a Locust for now. Oh, I thought it was damaged for a second. Okay, this has in it. Medium chem lasers. Do I have just normal medium chem lasers, or do I only have really expensive ones? Oh. No, actually, I said oh. I don't know why that didn't work. Medium chem laser ammo. $115 rounds. Do you think this idiot will fire 60 times? Answer is most likely yes. Let's give him some machine guns. It's another thing that's insanely annoying about this game is you can't make presets. I should probably mod this game. Okay, what time are we at? We have about 20 minutes, give or take. Then I have my super professional meeting. Things are getting super professional right now. Was that a, what's his name? Is that a, I don't even remember. Rivadachi? No, what's his name? Not Rivadachi. What's his name? I can't remember. The guy with the silly voice. Silly man. Can I really not put a supercharger on this? That's funny, though. Give him a single heat sink. Give him more ammo. I think he should be pretty swell with this. He doesn't have any machine gun ammo. I'll give him 200 rounds of that. How do I only... What's happening? What's going on? Where are we going? Yeah, we should probably... I don't think I should take it off the legs, though. then we can give him a single heatsink. It's going to take us 14 days for this to finish, which is fine. We don't have any payments. Could start stripping some of these. Like, this Cyclops isn't really doing much right now. But if I go back to... Yeah, I'm not in the high-risk sector. Let's just strip the Cyclops. Because there's maintenance fees. You know what game I haven't kept up with in a long time is Bannerlord. And, I think that might be for the best. Where is it? Sorry, I had a little moment there. I don't know what came over me. Gauss Rival! Can I kill 5 catapults? That's gonna take me forever, though. Or will it? I want the Gauss Rival. This is so unfair. Timeline, refit, contracts, kill the exiles, be our shield. They are attacking our settlements. So I'm not going to get anything. There's a high chance we're not going to even find anything here. Okay, I'll be in the Locust. I think I've got the skills. I've got the touch. Wait, what does Hatchetman have? An AC 10? Where? Shadencore, you curious about the Mechwarrior lore? You curious about the Battletech lore? Say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. But feel free to say no. He's not gonna hit him with the hatchet. Yeah, but I don't even care about this mech. You can have the hatchet. Have fun, dude. Have fun, Dad. There's no armor on that thing. Even the Firestarter has more armor. Piece of crap mech. You'd be better up than this. Centurion is just too reliable. I think that's supposed to be Majin Buu, if I remember correctly. This one I don't think has any particular scheme. There's lore? Yeah. Where do you want to start? There's like books of lore. There's novels. It's like Lord of the Rings levels of massive lore dumps. I'm gonna... So, here's the plan. We're gonna have these guys go over there. And hopefully they can figure out how to defend the location. I'm gonna go scout for my objective. By the way, if anyone's watching this in post... oh my... It is here! Of course, the one time. Now, you know people say the one time I don't do? This is like the one time I did bring a little mech as mine, and I am chilling.
Hey, I see you guys made it. Thanks for helping us out. We got a lot of muscle around here, but not the kind that can deal with battle mechs gunning for our homes. You came hot.
I like to play with this game, like, the sound really low, but I'm probably gonna turn down some of the stuff, like the music.
Recommended. Glad to have you on board.
Glad to have you on board. Space Truckers. Honestly, the closest analog for this game would, of lore, would, I don't know. I think you know Star Sector, so Star Sector would probably be the closest off the top of my head. Oh crap! I hope they don't go for me. What? Wait, where's my? I just saw it. Where is it? Don't do this to me. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Unfortunately, this mech doesn't have any arms, so. Yes, finally. We can turn in this quest. I've had this side quest for a long time now. Ow! See, in this game it doesn't damage you, but in Mechwarrior Online that would totally damage you.
Focus the commander's target. Coordinate fire on the commander's target.
Enemy reinforcements are spotted in the area. They look like they're heading your way.
Are they following me, or are they... Yeah, they are.
We're on it, Commander.
Target info received.
I actually don't know what I just told them to do. You can also command them individually, just the AI is abhorrent in this game. Ooh, that was a cliff.
Engaging designated target.
Okay, it's a Vindicator. I don't want to sneak up on this guy. Also, one of my machine guns, for some reason, is on Group 3, which is an interesting. You can do it in game. I don't really even care right now.
Copy that. Engaging.
I think we can hit him from here. Trying to break off one of his arms. Now we can hit his torso from the side. We only have to kill 3 more.
On your position, Commander. Be careful.
Did you ever play Brothers in Arms, Jaden Quer? I don't know if I've actually asked you that. I don't even remember.
Tango aside.
I don't know why he's ignoring me. Normally the AI kind of hard focuses on you. Hopefully the one behind me can't hit anything. Oh, we got his leg. Break the leg! If you break both their legs, they die instantly. It's an instant kill.
Focus fire
Actually-
on commander's target.
Copy. Getting in line.
Dude, I'm running circles around this guy, literally. Break the leg. There we go. Wait, it's still not broken? What are you guys doing? Slacking.
Shifting to your target, Commander.
Look at this. I call this the mech wiggle.
Took one down.
One
Our
down.
employers will be pleased that we have held our
Team.
ground and saved this facility. Good work, Commander.
I'm gonna have an alarm coming up on my phone. Things are getting urgent. We got the safe. Oh, I was over tonnage? I didn't even notice. Got a locust torso. Oh, so, yeah, I guess I should be explaining the mechanics more. So we can get these torsos and then fix them up, like, get the components back. No, I didn't play Brothers in Arms. I've just been thinking about it a lot lately. Like, Brothers in Arms has some serious flaws, don't get me wrong, but, it's actually crazy how intuitive the command system is in that game, and no game really seems to replicate it. Apparently, the first Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon is like that, but I never played that game. I had it on GameCube, I think, but it really sucked on GameCube. Oh, I already had one for a narc. Alright, sweet. Good thinking past me. This is the one... Okay, I think we can leave this region now. I think that's the only reason I was here, actually. So let's move. I'm always low on funds. Like, the amount of upkeep you pay in this game is absurd. So... Why is this so hard? 400k. Let's move. Let's try a bigger one. I want to show you a bigger battle before we leave, because I was kind of just questing here. Okay, so first of all, Merrick doesn't even really like me that much, so if it wasn't for that quest, I wouldn't have even been here. Do I have another one? Oh, I had 2. I was questing over here. Okay, I got, like, super confused. Which is not uncommon for me. So, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to do this every Mechwarrior stream, but that's so loud. Actually, I don't know. You know what? I don't even care. Low on funds? Art imitates life. Yeah, it's me, IRL. Where's the unemployment benefits in this game? I don't even want to deal with that. We're not doing that. Let's see what's... these all suck. Let's check this out, and then I might just leave this quest. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. That's how cool I am. So, the plot of this game is basically humanity went into space. They formed a Star League, kind of like Star Trek or something like that. Essentially, there was a large civil war. After that, the Star League broke into several factions, and there were massive wars with nuclear weapons that like destroyed a lot of human technology. Then fast forward to 3000, or I guess in this case 3025. Basically, the big 5 factions have kind of solidified their situation. There are smaller factions that pop up from time to time. So in this case, we're in the Duchy of Andurian, which was one of those. There's also Rosselhog, which is they were occupied by the Koreans. House Kurita are like space Japan, so these guys are basically like Norse Japanese people. They're like, yeah, I don't want to say Japanese Vikings because that's stupid, but yeah, they're like Japanese Northern European people. Then you have House Steiner, which is based on like the Holy Roman Empire kind of thing. They're more like German inspired, but they have different people in them. Like every faction has different people. They're just usually summarized. Sexy aliens. So the Magistry of Canopus is kind of like they're like a tourist destination. It's run by women, but they have They like canonically, I believe, they have cybernetic implants that turn women into like mermaids and like cat people, or turn people, I guess. But they have like, yeah, like literal like robotic, not robotic, but they have cat girls, like girls with cat ear implants and stuff that do shows. So I guess Magister of Canopus would be the closest to sexy space aliens. House Davian is like, it's like British French Knights, but they're often called Space America because their whole thing is like freedom! They talk about how they want to free everybody or whatever. Freedom bucks. House Merrick, Czechs. Most vile. No, I'm just kidding. Merrick, I guess, is like the Byzantine Empire. I don't know how to explain it. They're called the Free Worlds League. In the center, we have Terra, which is Earth, which is ruled by Comstar. Comstar is basically the phone company. So you see how we have these things called C-bills? That's our money. Or sorry, the funds. But it says C. That's because they're C-bills, which is short for Comstar bills. Comstar basically runs the... Comstar basically runs the universe's, like, telecommunications network, and the money you use is actually like cell phone minutes or credits. Did I miss any factions? Oh, and sorry, one of the factions we're in now is Liao. Liao is supposed to be like communist China, but they're kind of usually portrayed really disfavorably. Like, Davian is normally shown as kind of the most, quote, good faction. They're not like actually purely good, but generally speaking, they're more benevolent. Liao is the opposite. They're normally shown as the most like autocratic, despite the others being pretty bad. They're all bad in their own ways. Like, Kurita is literally like Shogun Japan logic. The Liao, though, make some of my favorite mechs in the entire series, so despite not liking them initially, I think I'm actually Team Liao. But yeah, so that's the basic overview of Battletech, or the universe. But all these little planets out here, they're called like the Periphery. Some of them are called Pirate Kingdoms, Independence. But this one, the Cercinus Federation, and where is it? I can't even find it. The Marian Hegemony. These guys are like Romans. Like, it was, I believe the story is that there was a prospector who decided to buy a planet, and he found out it was actually super stocked with natural resources. And for whatever reason, he decided he should base his new empire, not empire, but his new faction on Rome. So they're all Romans. Like their soldiers are called like centurions and stuff like that. And what's interesting about Marion is I think the first Caesar is relatively good. The second Caesar is like actually evil and kills his father, which is the original guy. And the third Caesar basically is like Augustus. So they have like their own little arc, basically. Depending on the time, they might be like really, really evil or like pretty okay. Oberon Confederation, this is a pirate kingdom. They just don't call themselves that. So yeah. I don't know if there's any other factions I really have like lore dumpy stuff on, but yeah. Unfortunately, there are no space Slavs. Just kidding. There's a faction that's... I don't know, it's kind of confusing. There's a faction that's, like, not here yet, but I really don't want to spoil the story for you. Tarian Concordat. These guys are, like, a super militant independent group. They actually suffered the most because they were one of the last factions to get hit by nukes by one of the big powers. Liao nuked them into the Stone Age, but it didn't work. So I guess you could say they're like Space Finland. I don't really know. I don't know what the equivalent would be. enough of that. I believe the faction that likes me the most is Kurita. I think this was a Kurita campaign. Which normally I don't play Kurita, but not that it matters. One thing about Battletech as opposed to like something like Warhammer, yeah, I'm a hero and I was Kurita. Battletech as opposed to Warhammer, there aren't too many like special faction units, if that makes sense. There's different like regiments and stuff like that, but it's not like, oh, this faction is this mech, this faction is this. It's just more, they have more of that mech or something like that, or they make more of them. That's how the lore is. Buenos Aires. Percs. Kerbasa. Columbine. Let's go to Columbine. There's also a planet named Detroit, which is pretty funny. I kind of want to save because I don't want to waste money on this, but do that? Does the Magistracy give you quests? I can't remember. I think the question of the day is staying up, by the way, because we only got 2 viewers. I think I tried to save the other one, Shadencore, it didn't work. We lost them. We got a man down. No, see, like, yeah, Canopus really just doesn't have any quests. Let's go help the Tarians. Hopefully, let's see, what's the cheapest I can get to? Let's go here. What? Out of range? You're out of range. What is in range? Okay, whatever. It's my alarm. One thing that's definitely cool about Battletech is that everything has a story. In some cases it can be, like, I guess, kind of boring. And one thing is that Warhammer has always had YouTubers that share that kind of storytelling and make it fun. Battletech has only recently, in my opinion, had YouTubers that do that and also had people pay attention to them. So like Tex Talks Battletech is probably one of the best. His videos are very long, but they have really high production value and they really make you want to fall in love with the universe. I am so low on money. 15 days? God damn, we are going to Columbine. I thought I was kidding. God damn, as I often say, my famous catchphrase. Collect 2 LRM, kill 15 missile carriers. What is this? Flamer? Useless. Large pulse laser is kind of not useless. We're going to take that. Always want double heat sinks. Let's see what they have for equipment. Must resist urge to keep saying Columbine. Need a little cash injection, so we're gonna pawn some stuff off. Honestly, I don't need 30 of these. Should be fine. For some reason, they separate everything like this, so I actually have, like, you see here, like 100 heat sinks. Can you sell in groups of 5? No, you can't. You have to do it individually. Great. Awesome. Why do people make games like this and then they do this? This is gonna be my new ringtone. Oh, we have... No, I took a quest. We also have pilots and stuff, but the pilot management isn't really that intense. The actual Battletech game has more of that. So they have like a little backstory and stuff, which is cool, but there's no like fighting, like there's no like, they don't quarrel with each other or anything. I'm gonna have to let this person go soon because I really don't need them. They're also dirt cheap in my opinion compared to the mechs. Whew. One last thing too. I'll say like, Yeah, this is part of the BattleTech universe or whatever. Mechwarrior originally was like the RPG component. So like in Warhammer, they had Warhammer Fantasy, and then they had what's it called? Warhammer, the Warhammer role-playing game. What? It had a weird name. The Warhammer RPG version has like a weird name. I just remember that specifically. Backwater region. Tarian Corridor. Yeah, we're gonna go into the Tarian Corridor. We're hot dropping. So the video games where you pilot robots, like specifically, have always been called Mechwarrior. Mechwarrior Online is free if anyone is interested in trying it. It is like a kind of World of Tanksy type game, but honestly, they're pretty generous with the in-game currency. Not Rogue Trader. I'm talking about Warhammer Fantasy RPG, but Rogue Trader is a good example. Yeah. So like this is Mechwarrior is like their Rogue Trader or what have you, where you're controlling one character specifically. One thing that is super interesting about BattleTech in real life is that it was super culturally relevant, and then it kind of, I don't know if I want to say fell off, but it definitely lost its place in pop culture. Like, at one point they were making VR cabinets for Mechwarrior in the 90s, which sounds insane, but it's real. See if we can fight some mercs here. Maybe they'll fight with us, who knows? Why can't we just all be friends? See if I'm getting messaged. Oh, I'm getting messaged. Take a deep breath. This is the new year, new me, right? We take deep breaths, we relax. Most importantly, we have fun. You get what I'm saying? Janica, you understand? Are you picking that up? Make goblin noises. There's literally so little on offer here that I can't even like make money off of this. Like, actually, wait, 2 million? How much is this? Oh, is this one of the ones where you have to just go walk around? I actually don't know what this mission type is. We're going to do this because I actually don't know what's even happening here. Yeah! Yeah, it's called the Fantasy Role-Playing Game, isn't it? Warhammer... No, it has a weird name. Are you Googling it? I'm Googling it. Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Yeah, okay. It's called Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. My brother in Christ, all I do are goblin noises. Interesting way to describe Slavic languages, but, you know, not my place. This is probably one of the coolest mechs I have. We'll wheel it out, because this should be low enough tonnage where it'll work. Waiting for a response to that insensitive comment I just made. Wait for that to trickle in. This little Jenner. So... This spider is like a hero mech, so basically it's a protagonist. It's got dumb crap on it. But it has something called the AMS system. AMS stands for anti-missile system. Or is it active missile system? No, it's anti-missile, right? But anyways, AMSs are basically little countermeasures, so they're like a trophy system type thing. It's the two tubes next to the face. But if they shoot any missiles at me, they'll automatically shoot out projectiles to try and intercept them. And that applies to any missiles, so it can be lock-on missiles or non-lock-on as well. There's other things about Mechwarrior that you won't even get from playing this game. Like, if you play Mechwarrior Online, there's honestly so much depth in the combat. Like, you can get narcs in this game, but what narcs are their tracking beacons, or like homing beacons. So, there's, okay, enemy mercs. We're getting attacked, and this person's still talking about the mission.
Alright, Commander. I'm in place for an emergency evac. Complete the mission if you can. If not...
So in the most recent DLC they released, they added this feature where there are other mercenary companies competing with you, and in this case we ran into one. They're being hired by the enemies. That's a fancy way to say they spawn in and attack you, by the way. It's not really that deep, but yeah. So yeah, I don't think any of these actually have missiles, so I'm just gonna try and get away from them. going. There's still one alive? Oh. We just never killed him. So also, if you look in the bottom of my screen, you'll probably notice the heat meter next to my jump jets. It's the one that turns red. If you get too hot, your mech will set down, but
See you when the mission's complete.
there's gonna be enemies here. Yeah.
Commander's target received.
What the hell is that? Oh, it's a panther.
Copy. Engage commander's target. On the commander's target.
Yeah, I can't even... Well, the SRMs I can AMS. Let me see. Is it just not going to shoot them? Is there no way of AMS? Oh, also I can hit him with the little bop.
Destroyed. We're on it, Commander.
I don't think any of them have anything long range enough to like hit these far away targets. Really need to see if I can get a little mech with the LRMs, so when I do missions like this, it can long range them for me.
Target down.
Where's our target? Over here. Sorry, I got off track. So there are add-ons you can get for your mechs that do different things, but there's stuff where ECMs, electronic countermeasures? Electronic countermeasures? Or, I don't know. But ECMs will basically jam their targeting systems. They can't lock onto you. And then you can get stuff that gets around those. Like it specifically targets mechs, or it'll target them from longer ranges. But this game simplifies a lot of that. But when you get into stuff like that, the combat can get very in-depth because you're dealing with different weapons that do different things.
Target must have given us a slip.
What?
Let's check out the other locations.
We don't have another one. Oh, we do. I was a fool. But yeah, so like lasers, for example, have infinite ammo, but they generate more heat. And in some cases, they do less damage. It really depends about which weapons you're talking about.
Target received.
Really wish they'd kill that guy. That tank just like blasted me in the face.
That mech had some
Did it just drop
valuables
something?
on it. Go over and pick it up.
Da-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na.
I bet you can't wait to try those out in the field.
I don't... Okay, so one hilarious flaw with this game is that the random item drops are terrible. Like, I don't know if you saw, but I got a level 0 chemical laser, which is worth like 50,000 C-bills, and I can buy those almost anywhere. It's like, I can't wait. Bet you can't wait to try that out in the field. I can. I have a ton at home.
Targeting info updated. Target is down. Stay firm on
I'm misclicking a lot. What is that? Is it Hunchback? Okay, those can be pretty lethal, so we're gonna have to watch out here. Luckily, that one's mounting missiles instead of everything it could mount. I'm actually not sure what to do here. I think we need to go over here and fight these first. Also, I don't play in third-person mode. I'm kind of just doing this to show off. Wait, my AMSs aren't working. Did my AMSs actually not catch that? Sad if true. It says enabled in the bottom right. That was the weirdest looking punch.
Affirmative. Commander's target is now priority.
I don't know if I can actually play like this, to be honest. I don't play third person, so it's just making me
Moving
forget
in
that.
behind you, Commander.
We're just gonna move him here. Oh my good.
Glad you requested.
Oh my great goodness. Oh my god. Okay, I can't play like that.
Add your requested waypoint, Commander.
So with urban mechs, one of their arms usually mounts a really big weapon. The other one doesn't, so I try and break that arm first, like every time. trying to finish this guy. I think I just punched him to death.
Copy. The commander's target is our target.
I think my AMS is just procced there, but you couldn't see it. So hunchbacks, they're called that because they have a huge... one of their shoulders has a ton of weapons in it, usually. I'm gonna have to get out of here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, so it just went off there. That's the AMS. It went... Okay. I think I'm getting some frame drops. Sorry about that. We got one of its shoulders down. I think it was the wrong one.
Primary target is down.
What's with all these salvage drops? This usually doesn't happen.
Now let's get
Oh,
you
no.
all home. Head to the
That
evac
damaged me?
points.
I think it can. It did just damage me.
Nicely done. Bring
I've
your
had
now.
instances in this game where large mechs have stepped on me and just instantly killed me. That can happen in this game if you're in a small mech. Who's that? Jenner, I don't even care. If you touch the evac, you just get to leave.
Shared target.
Yep. I'm gonna do one more and I'm gonna try and make sure it's a big one. Intel level 4. This is the mercenary mechanic. There's a guy who wants you to fight the different mercenaries and give him intel on them. That was the first time I ever took down the Great Death Legion. So urban mechs are like kind of a massive meme in this game, but basically urban mechs are, it's kind of in the name, but they're extremely cheap to make. They're basically these really slow, cheap to make, but kind of tanky things that can mount weapons bigger than its class. So if you get a swarm of them, they can do a good job. But relatively speaking, they get outclassed by most mechs. But in an urban environment, they can do very well. So, like, the idea of an urban mech is generally they're fielded by, like, the planet's, like, militias. In case they get attacked. We're gonna go... preferably I'd go somewhere where Kurita and Liao are fighting it out really bad. Let's see, can we go here? Let's see what happens if we go to Tang. That shotgun Orion was really fun. I don't know if it'll do well in an actual like high tier mission. Do we really have no missions? Where are the missions? Okay, we're gonna probably stop within the next 15 minutes, but just a short stream. Thanks to anyone who watches this. Thank you for Shadencore again for being here. I want to do one big battle at least, just to show you what it looks like when the huge mechs are slugging it out. What's this one? Raid contract. If I go bankrupt, okay. I think I have like 3 mil saved. Not the best at math. Sure, this works. Although... I don't know what's 270. Sorry, what's 315 divided by 4? 28. 70 tons a piece. I don't actually know if I can swing that right now. 72. Come on. Actually don't know. I put my Cyclops away, so I don't think I can swing 70 tons a piece right now with the Cyclop gone. I could just under-ton it, but I don't want to do that, so we're just going to do this one, the pillage one. This doesn't really pay that much more, which is unfortunate. We might just go for salvage. Well, we need the money. Ugh. This is criminal. This is criminal pay. Who's the best with missiles? Donald or McDonough? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where we're at here. Okay, so I'm not understanding something here. That would maybe be best. Oh, she's actually the best with missiles. Oh no, we're in quite the predicament. I think we're gonna want her on the catapult, but this should work. This mech kind of sucks. I really don't want to lose my LB 10X. I will cry. I could just give them the stalker. Oh god, but he doesn't even have good skills. Sorry, I really don't want to lose any of my stuff. I'm gonna do my Orion for this, and then that puts us at. We need a 45er. Guess we're going with the blackjack. Don't really care if I lose it. Yeah, it should work. What's his armor? It's not the best, but it should work. It's a speed. Will he at least be like fast? Faster than me? Nope, that's a lie, but whatever. We ballin'.
We've been hired to raid for supplies.
Oh, crap. That's one shot wasted. I've been on this map before where there's a status effect where there's just artillery going off constantly. So that's all I thought. There's one map in this game where I've fallen through the ground like several times. I don't even know if that was ever patched. I'm going on the assumption the answer is yes. Why does one of my LRMs have more range than the other? In the bottom right, that's interesting. Like a squirrel. I can't focus. So yeah, these are going to be much bigger, much chunkier, more dangerous mechs, most likely. That are just a lot more crap. We already have an Igor up there. I think I might have actually hit that. Harasser. Harasser? I hardly know her. My stream's like that. Would you give me more upvotes, more likes? Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Just keep calm. Send an enforcer.
Commander's target.
Our goal, our stratagem, if you will, is to do as much damage as we can without taking damage. That has served me well for years. Even the turrets are more dangerous here. I can't believe that didn't kill it. That's a partisan? I'm getting demolished here. I completely whiffed there.
Targeting info updated.
Okay, so we're starting to overheat a bit. Oh, sorry. So one thing I wanted to mention.
Ready to start pickup operation.
Sorry, I'm worried they're not going to target the right things. Oh god. Okay, this is getting out of hand. What's going on here? Why is there just a plane hovering above me, shooting at my teammates? Defusing the bomb. Okay. Ah, I just hit my teammate in the back. There's a dropship behind us. We need to keep moving. Ideally, I'd break off this guy's arms, but it doesn't seem to be working out that way. There we go. He's as good as dead. He's going critical. Dude, I need my teammates to like start aiming and firing. I don't know what exactly their current status is. I want a Wolfhound really bad. I hope we get that. They can fight the Wolfhound, I'll fight this. This catapult is being completely useless, by the way. It has a minimum range and it's inside it, so it's not even going to be able to fire. If I get close enough, I'm going to try and punch this guy. It'll make him feel very unhappy, very uncomfy. You can break their legs to make it easier to facilitate such warframes. Got your arm. Okay, he's just strafing me. I might need to actually start giving specific orders to the catapult to like not be a fucking moron.
Engaging target.
I can't believe that guy's still alive. Am I out of vest rounds? Yeah. What's happening? Am I stuck on something?
Aiming at dirt.
Me and dirt. For some reason this Raven doesn't have all-arounds. I guess it's because it's a Davian model. It's stupid. Or sorry, these usually aren't detectable by radar, but they took out the ECM to give it a better gun, which is stupid. If it had the ECM, we wouldn't be able to hit it.
We're on it, Commander.
How many shots do I have left? 50? You guys AFK? What's going on here? Excuse me? What are you doing? I think I should have given her the mech. Guys, I think I made a horrible mistake. Okay, I think we actually wiped this like base, but yeah. That's a taste of heavier mech combat. I think I did an okay job, but this build probably could be a bit better. I didn't really want to build mechs on stream because it feels like that would be super boring. But yeah, there are certain slots for... I mean, honestly, this game is super restrictive. There's actually more you can do with mechs. But there's certain size slots, like where you can mount things, and there's a weight limit. That's basically all there is to it. We're not even gonna get that much money for this. Unless we get a bonus. After this, I'm probably gonna have to wrap it up. I might show you the mech lab though, because I don't give a hoot. I don't give a hoot nor a holler. Please kill that thing. Oh, also, this big thing is our dropship. It's really weird because they don't explain it well in these games, I don't think, but these are extremely expensive, and theoretically, if they get hit wrong, the entire thing can crash or explode, but they're actually pretty powerful. That's why you don't, like, call them in combat or whatever. So that's usually a question people have. Like, if the missiles are so good, why don't you call them in? It's like, because in the actual world, they could just blow up. It's like a 40k thing. They don't make too many of them. Wolfhound! Okay, sweet. This is most certainly worth it, because I wanted a Wolfhound for a while, and Davian hates me. That's kind of their special mech. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Ended with a happy surprise, a welcome surprise. Gonna take another large laser. And then, yeah, those are our damages. So when it comes to building mechs, Mechwarrior Online, for example, has a much better mech builder, but this is useless, by the way. If you build mechs like this, I'm sorry, you're done. So we can adjust the amount of armor our mechs have. We can also equip melee weapons. Those are the yellow slots. We can give them ammo, heat sinks. For this one, I think I'm gonna make the move to give it a double heat sink, which is basically twice as effective, just rarer, more expensive. Heat sinks allow you to both have more heat, like maximum, and it also drains off more heat from the mech. This is an ammo canister, so these weigh 1 ton, 1 ton. It's all in tons, just like everything should be. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So, yeah, we need more SRM ammo. Half ammo was not enough. That was a poor decision. So I honestly think we might get rid of the hammer fist, because with this type of a mech build, it's not really that helpful. So we're gonna give it that much ammo. I think we were good with LRMs. I'm tempted to give it more LBX ammo so I can just fire like a crazy person. So we're gonna do that for now. LBX 10X ammo. And then repair, those are the damages. We can run it damaged, but obviously we don't want to do that. The firepower thing is kind of misleading. Wait, why did my max range decrease? Oh, because I had an LRM 5 top tier, and I lowered the tier of it. We could also put arts on. I don't think they actually do more damage or anything. I'm just going to put a top tier LRM 5 back in. Those actually have more range, which is really interesting. Do the top tier lasers have more range? Range, forfeit. They do, okay. So that's how it's handled in this game. Mechwarrior Online, there's just the type of weapon you have. This actually is different weapons. And if you look, you can actually see they come from different manufacturers. So like... if you look at... Oh, they have nothing here. Oh, they hate me. That's why. If you look at like my machine guns, for example, like I think one of them is like Browning. Like I think, yeah, Sperry Browning. So like this is a Browning machine gun. There's other ones. Cercinus, which is the one we were looking at earlier. They have their own brand. So some of the brands are from like different countries and stuff like that. And a lot of them actually have logos in universe, which is really funny. Yeah, I think that's all for Mechwarrior 5. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope if you're interested in the game, it kind of showed off what it is, because I think they definitely need to be better at the new player experience, or explaining why this universe is good and stuff like that. Warhammer is probably a lot better at that. We're actually in debt right now. Or not in debt, sorry. We're going to be late on our payment. Okay. So I gotta go. It was nice talking to everybody. I don't know, I guess streaming, blabbing. But everyone have a good day/night. I'm hoping to have a new upload this weekend. Actually, I'm hoping to have more than one. It's my New Year's resolution. More than one upload a week, okay? But yeah, have a good night, everyone. Bye.